Are you looking to do group therapy with adolescents? Stick around because I have just the right resource for you. Hello and welcome to the Social Workers Bookshelf. My name is Stephanie, and today we are going to share an amazing resource for doing group therapy with adolescent kiddos. Yes, group therapy, one of my favorite things to do. I think it is so beneficial for so many clients, and it's great to be able to do and connect other kids and teach new skills. So I'm really excited about this resource today. Today we are sharing skills for big feelings. Yes, you guys have been waiting for this one for a while, so I'm really excited to share it with you today. I was gifted this book by the author, and I appreciate it very much. I was excited to be able to read this and use it for a little bit before I gave my thoughts on it. So for a quick overview of what this book entails, this is a 12-week group therapy sessions for ages 6 to 12, so that elementary school age kiddos. This book seems to be written for more of that school counselor, school social worker perspective, but it's still really impactful for an outpatient clinician like myself. This is something that I can easily use and have used for individuals and will be using for groups once we are starting our groups here soon in my agency. So overall, it's great for all clinicians, whether they're in schools or out of schools, but it's a solid agenda for those group sessions. What I really love about this book is that it really focuses on teaching feelings. I think adults and kids alike, we all struggle with really knowing what we're feeling, so I feel like that foundation of understanding that emotion and that thought related to it is really a solid thing to teach. Along with that, this focuses on teaching great breathing and mindfulness techniques, and then even a coping skill to help cope with that maybe uncomfortable feeling to kind of go throughout the day. What this author has done with this book is they give you the whole shebang. It is organized to have the consent letters that you would send to parents that kind of maps out what they're going to be doing. It also has some questionnaires to help rate and see how the kids are feeling before and after, so you can kind of have some of that data. It has each session agenda, the handouts, everything. This book comes with it all, which I absolutely love. My only note with that is I noticed while using it, I really wish that she would have included page numbers for some of the things. So when you are going through this session, it has your agenda, your script, and whatnot, but there are additional handouts for each session, like your check-ins and some of the skills that you'll be teaching and parental handouts. And I kind of wish everything was together, or at least page numbers, so I know which page to flip to get that additional handout. That's my only critique of this book that I wish would have been added. So when you immediately dive into this and you start doing your sessions, you're going to see an outline for what the session includes. And this will just be the opening practice, the skills that you're going to be covering, just a great snapshot of what you're going to be doing so you know what's coming up for that week. It'll also include an additional material list, so knowing if you need to bring paper or maybe like beanbags or other things like that to your session. Each session note is going to include your introduction script as well as the mindful moment and feelings check. So they're always going to do feelings check-ins, which I love, but the mindfulness moment, which is also awesome, is there's going to be additional mindfulness exercises, so it's not just one, which I really like because it just kind of gives those skills a little bit more practice, as well as giving them additional ideas for these skills. And you're going to see, like, this is going to walk you through the script of doing this, and it's going to also give you kind of a script or an idea of what that topic is for that week. It's going to lay it out for you. You can kind of explain it. You can follow this if you want, or kind of have the basis of what you want. And it might even give you some examples of things depending on your topic of what you can talk about feelings, situations, or other things like that. One of the things that is really cool is that after each session, you're going to see these coloring sheets, these handouts that are going to go to the kids about 3 new skills to practice that week. So these are their 3 coping skills. They're getting 3 each week. That's amazing amount of information. And you're going to be giving these kids these coloring sheets so they can color and look at it and see the text and the picture along with it while they're practicing to kind of get it into their memory, which I think is a really cool technique. In addition with that, you're also going to have this family resource sheet. sheet. It's about 1 to 2 pages, but it's something that's going to go home with the kid or to the parent after each session, and it's going to include what they've covered that session, maybe some things that they can model within the family so the family's on board. It's also going to include those 3 skills worksheet. So it's going to be a separate sheet for the parents to know what their kids are working on, and maybe some of those skills they can remind and even practice with the kids, which is so cool. I love the family involvement element of this book. There is a plethora of skills in this book. There are so many coping skills. There is 16 trauma-informed guided relaxation scripts. 16. That's amazing. And that's not including those 3 skills each week. There is a lot of amazing mindfulness and coping skills that you can implement into other things that are in this book. Another element that I think is great about this book is that if you go onto the website, you have access to this more virtual platform of it. So for those who are still doing telemental health like myself, and we are able to go onto this website if you've purchased the book and utilize these worksheets virtually. So you can share the coping skills, you can send the coping skills to your kiddos. It just kind of helps for those who might not be in person yet. So that's a great option for those who are doing that virtual work. So overall, I'm really excited to add this book to my therapeutic library. I think it's a great addition for me working with elementary kids. I know I am super stoked that I have this now. We, as my agency, are starting to do coping skill groups with some of our kids on the wait list. This is what I'm going to be utilizing. I'm really excited about it to finally get to do it in a big group format because it's been working so great individually on a virtual format. I think it's going to be just as amazing, if not more, in person. If you're interested in this book, I do have an Amazon affiliated link down below for purchase. And like always, if you like my content, please like and subscribe or comment below. Thank you.